Hey guys, it's Jimmy here and welcome back to rFactor, the original, for another video. Today I'm using the Historics mod, the best mod in rFactor by a country mile if you ask me. Go download it and enjoy it. And I'm in the Porsche 906, going back to the roots of my channel today in this video. Now, I'll probably link it somewhere. I think it's unlisted somewhere in my channel, so I'll link it in the description below. The first video I ever posted on YouTube was of me driving an A86 around Tsukuba because I enjoyed driving it and I enjoyed the car and track combination. So I thought, hey ho, let's upload it. Some people might enjoy watching it. Here I am, a couple of years later, 7,000 plus subscribers now. I thought it would be an awesome time to go back to those routes. So what I'm going to be doing is doing a flat out commentated lap of the Nordschleife, or trying to anyway, in this Porsche, and hopefully try and get under 8 minutes. I'm not quite sure if there's a timer on this particular circuit, there is just the tourist version here, but I can use a video to sort of ascertain whether I get that or not. So anyway, enough chit chat, let's go. Not much power in this car, as I mentioned. 2-litre engine producing just under 200 horsepower sitting behind me. But this car weighs absolutely nothing and sounds amazing. So here we are then, building the revs, coming up to the bridge. Bridge to Gantry is where we would usually start our timing, and where I will probably use as my marker up to 5th gear already, coming up to the end of the traditional Nordschleife lap, braking early, not up a temperature yet, so pushing it from the get-go probably isn't a good idea, but hey ho, who cares. 2nd gear through here, just trying to keep that rear end in check. It's constantly trying to come round in you. Bit wide there onto the runoff, up into 3rd, and down into 2nd almost as quickly. Just graze that curve on the inside, let the car run wide. Downhill now, up into 4th gear. Down into 3rd because I need the RPM. See the car again trying to come round on me, just about collecting it on the throttle there. You can probably hear the amount of work I'm doing with my feet. Oh! Car all over the place, I love it. Big old Porsche symbol on the circuit there. That's support for us. You can cut this corner here a little bit. Not this one, raised curb. There you go, a bit of run off on the right there. Down to 2nd again. A lot of this car is getting it in the right RPM. Very peaky, as all race cars are. 3rd gear. Now coming up to the most infamous part of this track, the Flugplatz. Might give it a slight lift going over. No, we'll go flat. Oh, we get a bit airborne there. Gonna have to brake coming up for double right-hander because we don't have that downforce that the modern cars have. And we're going to, oh, if we're not careful, just touching that curb there, unsettling the car, putting me into a slide, but okay. Now we have gravity with us going downhill. 7,000 RPM. Getting to nearly 7,500 RPM. About 240 k's at this point. Down to 4th. Over the crest. And then braking heavily. We come to the end of the first section. Underneath the bridge, understeering all the way out, doesn't matter. Power out, now through the forest. 4th gear, we might even get to 5th again. 5th gear, now I've got to watch out for the compression at the bottom of this hill. It's an absolute killer. I'm going to brake down to 4th, bit of throttle, braking heavier again, and bringing it in nice and gently, down to 3rd. Of course, feedback is definitely making my arms achy already. We're not even half run the lap yet. Well, feedback in this game has aged, definitely. It is still very usable. Up to 4th once more, coming up to the double left-hander. First one is flat, just a kink. 2nd one isn't. Right, drift out, down to 3rd, down to 2nd. Corner tightens on the exit. Give it as much power as you dare down here. And then gravity is your enemy. Trying to hug that inside corner. Like it's your favourite doggo. Now for a fast left, right. There you go. Oh, this car coming alive now. See, just playing the throttle. Getting those rear tyres nice and warm. Big braking area now. Oh, getting that a bit wrong. Just about keeping it together though. I think I just tapped the curb with the rear end then and just pushed you back into line. I was very lucky. People who drove these things in real life have balls of steel, I don't. My pedals are made out of steel, maybe? I don't know, ask a Thrustmaster. Now it's a very challenging corner here. You want to brake to slow down for the corner itself, but then you would find yourself wanting more speed on the exit. Running a lot of wheel spin there. The elevation changes. This is normally a flat left in the modern cars. Going to give it a dab with the brake just to get the car turned in. The car almost drifts on me. Down to third and second again. Getting the line a bit wrong, but we're going to take the late entry. There you go, not too shabby through there at all. Now a bit of a rest. You would say that actually. Going uphill now, hence why the revs aren't picking up quite as quickly. Car still wanting to slide them, you're going to have to keep that in check. It's probably the most challenging quote-unquote corner here. Going to just lift off a little bit on the way in, there you go. And now we're flat again, we're in fourth gear. Going to go for fifth, just for the engine safety. Don't want to hover around 8,000 RPM too long. Back down to fourth gear. You have to really check your speed going through here. It's really easy to forget you're going fast. And over this little crest, turning almost directly after it. Oh, going wide, but just about getting away with it. We're coming up to the famous carousel corner. Those who don't know about racing know about the carousel. Gonna pitch the car in second gear, braking hard. Nice and bumpy, feeling that in the wheel. Careful on the way out as well. Very easy to get those wheels spinning up. Get yourself into a spin. Now, another double left-hander. First one, always faster than you think it is. Oh, raised curb on the inside there, wasn't expecting that. Second one's a little bit tighter, down to third. Now another crest before we go back downhill. There you go, just being careful there. Keeping it in third gear. Just for the sake of traction. Those are downhill corners now. Meaning you have to get your steering inputs exactly correct. Otherwise you end up just sliding off. This is the worst offender. Catching fourth for a second there before wimping out, going back down to third. Oh, that curb there ruining my entry there. This used to be a flat inside, now it's a raised curb. I'll just go over in the exit, run off a little bit. Still in third gear. Tempted for second, but I'm going to keep it in third for now. I will, however, use second here because the track comes back at itself a little bit. There you go. Now finally using the revs. Oh, wrestling the car downhill. Scary. Lift off for a second, but on the brakes a bit earlier there to make sure we don't do that. This car hooked up so well when it's warm. Still scary. Enough to keep you humble. Coming up to the end of the lap now. Oh, rear tyres just coming away from me for a second. Foot flat to the floor. Down to third gear, corner that I've never been able to do properly here. And a corner that I always failed my Gran Turismo license tests on. Now for the second carousel. Then I'm going to go down to second gear. Not as tight this one. Trying a bit more speed through. So close to the end of the lap now. Can all go wrong here though if you're not careful. Third. Oh, back of the car wanting to come around. Just about managing to catch it. Now flat. Oh, flat a bit too early. There's the gantry. That's where we'd end the lap usually for bridge to gantry. But I'm going to keep going until we hit the bridge again so I can get a full lap time. This is where I just wish I had that little bit more horsepower, that little bit more displacement. 198 horses behind me. I'm not quite kicking hard enough. 7,500 RPM just dropping now as you come up the hill. You see the bridge, but it's absolutely welded to the floor. And under the bridge and across the line. And that was a lap of the Nordschleife and the Porsche 906. Let's see Well, let's see what time I done. I need to find out what time I actually did, don't I? I have no idea what that was. I'll see if the game's picked it up, and if not, I'll post it on screen. But my arms are absolutely battered. Okay, well I just had a quick look at the times, and the time for Bridge to Gantry was 7:57, so we got under 8 minutes for Bridge to Gantry. The time for a total lap was 8 minutes and 25 seconds, so still a pretty nice lap for the first time out, the first lap in this, and I had a good time driving it, and that is the main thing when driving these Historics cars. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, obviously comment and let me know what you thought of the video, and of course subscribe to be notified of future videos. And as always guys, take care and have an awesome day.